Hi everyone. Today we are going to see about the stripping time of formwork or deshuttering time. So we can refer IS 456 2000 reaffirmed 2021. In that the stripping time as defined as form shall not be released until the concrete has achieved a strength of at least twice the stress to which the concrete may be subjected at the time of removal of formwork. It means if you removing the shuttering, it should take the 2 times of the actual stress. It means the concrete need to attain certain amount of strength before the deshuttering. So in the tabular column, they are mentioned type of formwork and the minimum period before striking formwork. And this table is only for the OPC, ordinary Portland cement, is used in the concrete. So nowadays we are using lot of supplementary cementitious materials like fly ash and GGBS and etc. So the code has revised code book. The amendment number is 5. In that they have introduced one more column like for concrete made using cement other than OPC or using mineral admixtures. So the column has introduced in amendment number 5. In that the number 1 vertical members formwork system like columns, pedestals, walls like shear wall, lift wall and the beams in which the sideboard of the column or walls should be removed after the 16 hours of from the concrete. The time period, the minimum period before striking formwork 16 hours is same for OPC as well as mineral admixture concretes. And second one, soffit formwork to slabs. Soffit means underside of the slab. So in bracket they are said props to be refixed immediately after removal of formwork, in which the slab formwork should be removed after 3 days in case of OPC concrete, 7 days in case of mineral admixture concrete. After the stripping of slab panels, the props should be refixed immediately. Third one, soffit formwork to beams. It means beam bottom removal, in which the beam bottom can be removed after the 7 days in case of OPC concrete, 10 days in case of mineral admixture concrete. Fourth one, props to slabs. In above second and third point, we are providing props after the removal of shutterings. So the second point stated we need to refix the props immediately after the removal of formwork slab panels. So the refixing props time duration is there. The time duration which depend upon the span of the slab, span of the member. If the span up to 4.5 meter, the reprops should be retained up to 7 days for OPC concrete and it should be retained 10 days for mineral admixture concreting. The slab spanning over 4.5 meter, the repropping system should be retained 14 days for OPC concrete, same as mineral admixture concrete. Likewise, props to beams, like we already, like we said in third point, soffit formwork to beams. The same backpropping system has to be retained if the beam and arches are spanning up to 6 meter. It should be retained 14 days for both OPC and mineral admixture concrete. If the spanning over 6 meter, if the beam spanning over the 6 meter, the repropping should be retained up to 21 days. So this is the overall stripping time period for the former system. Meanwhile, this table column perfectly matched with the conventional shuttering systems. But nowadays we are using a table formwork, pre-stressed concretes, aluminum formwork, or a monolithic concreting system. These are all the system having a different type of striking formwork periods. It will depend upon the concrete grades and the consultant and the structural engineers. Before the deshuttering, we need to check the concrete cube strength. So that is the certain amount of strength need to be achieved before the shuttering. So IS code provided concrete cube testing is done to ensure that the following minimum strength is achieved. For 3 days, 45% of specified strength should be achieved before the deshuttering. For 7 days, 60% of specified strength need to be achieved. For 14 days, 85% of specified strength need to be achieved. This is the amendment number 5, stripping time details with respect to their concrete cube strength. Important note is that utmost care shall be taken to provide props. The props shall be provided immediately after stripping each shuttering panel and not after stripping all the panels of the entire slab. So the repropping system should be happened immediately after the deshuttering of the each and individual panel. I think the stripping time or deshuttering time details will be used for your learnings.